All right, say
Bro, you got nose whistles the whole time.
That's fine, because that'll then take out the noise whistles from the rest of it.
Is your nose whistling, or like is the wind going through your nose ring?
I don't have answers for you, Matt.
It means that Dalton's nose hairs are especially long,
Can you brighten this?
so that when he blows air through his nose,
We've gone rogue.
when he blows hair through his nose, you know how like when you take the piece of paper and you stretch it out thin, you go.
Did you ever do that with the grass?
Or grass? That's what's happening inside Dalton's nostril right now.
It's not that bad. That one when it was silent was pretty gnarly because it was like super high pitched. But I could blow my nose. You guys want me to blow my nose? Is this gonna bother you?
No, I want to hear you say garlic shrimp chips 5 times fast.
Garlic shrimp chips. Garlic shrimp. Hold on. Garlic shrimp chips. 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 Garlic shrimp chips.
That was pretty good.
It sounded like he was saying chimps.
Okay, Matt. Let's hear you.
No. I have a speech impediment, dude. That's a tongue twister.
That's an excuse if I ever heard one. You're going to let something like that tear you down?
Let's hear it anyway.
You want to talk about letting something tear you down?
Yes, let's fucking talk about it.
All right, you guys. So right before this is week 2 of me and Dalton getting into it before this podcast.
Matthew's been a little bitch today.
Oh, that's not offensive.
No,
You've been
listen,
so
hold on. Slow down the boat, cowboy. Yeehaw.
Last week we had to take 10 minutes so Dalton can compose myself because I'm just so upset right now.
So Matthew couldn't stop nagging on me about the TikTok, and I understand.
I didn't nag. I said one thing.
Shut the fuck up. This is my time to talk, bitch. So what happened is I approached Matthew, and we were having a great conversation, and then Matthew turns to me and goes, "When are you gonna put up a TikTok?"
That is not what happened.
And I went, Matt, I'm sorry. I've been really busy lately. And he goes, "No, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Where the fuck are the TikToks?" And then pulls out a gun out of nowhere, puts it to my head. Next thing you know, I'm in jail, and I don't know what I did. You know? So here's the thing: what I'm saying is, what the fuck? I approached you nicely, and then you attack until that person's down to the ground, and it's not necessary. It's not necessary, but you.
Yeah.
You're not even
I
listening.
hear you.
No, you don't.
I had a gun to your head. Now you're in jail.
I'm just saying the way you came off was that, like, I'm not going to go into detail. But
But
the way you approached me was like I felt like that was happening.
Yeah,
to me.
see, but
like, that was the aggression.
Here's the thing: is that you have 2 other parties here that just heard me go, "Hey, I'm going to learn how to do TikToks so I can help out," and then all of a sudden, you were like, "Matt, I need 10 minutes." And then stormed to the room, took 10 minutes, came out here to get a podcast. Now we're on week 2.
I think that was like 2 weeks ago, Matt.
No, that was last week. I remember. I wrote about it in my journal.
That wasn't last week, was it?
That was last week.
Was it?
Now we're on week 2.
I was having a rough day.
Of me saying something in a non-mean way.
I never approached you mean, though. Can we hold on, let's talk about this.
Okay, good.
This is perfect.
They need this inside scoop.
Welcome to family therapy.
Matthew approached.
You turn that middle light on.
Matthew approached me very aggressively.
Let's reenact it. What did you say?
No, I didn't say anything.
No. You said something to me, and then I responded back, and then.
No, but you thought I responded back to you with negative energy.
Yeah, that's how I took it.
And I was like, okay, that's how you took it.
Yeah.
But then you decided, okay, this motherfucker hit me this low. I'm hitting him this low.
Yeah, but that's
like
you
didn't decide to like maybe think about the situation. Maybe my tone is wrong.
Yeah.
You could be like, hey, are you mad?
Did you do that last week?
Matt, I wasn't mad at you. I was mad at myself for not fucking putting out TikToks like we talked about.
Oh.
It was never about you. It's not always about you. I'm saying that it was about me in the moment. I was having a rough day and I kept fucking up, and I was just another one to add to the fuck ups. So then I needed 10 minutes away to think about my thoughts and understand what I'm trying to go through, and understand that I need to be professional for the podcast in a funny way, and also just be in the podcast.
Okay, so let's fast forward to today. What happened today?
I was just explaining that.
Okay. Yeah.
So you approached me.
No, you approached me first.
Okay, I approached you, and then you approached me, and then I realized that, you thought I approached you negatively, so then you reapproached me negatively.
Yeah. See, the worst part is this whole thing was a joke that didn't hit. So then I just told Dalton that I just felt
But
like.
then why'd you get so mad about it?
I don't know. It just was in.
But it's not okay.
I'm a what's it called when you're an actor that just like.
Both times you're the reason why we had a rough podcast in the beginning.
Oh, so you're just casting blame.
Now I am.
That's what you're doing.
Because you just put it
Just
upon
casting
yourself.
blame.
You put it upon yourself, dude. If you don't want fish, don't go fishing. You know what I mean?
Never.
It's been said around there.
Well, I'm gonna need to take about 30 seconds, and I'm gonna listen to the intro, and hopefully that calms me down.
I think it's like 10 seconds, but yeah.
I'm gonna need an extra 20 seconds of silence. I'm Drumm.
I'm Drummer. I just say how happy I am that we like vented because I feel so much better now.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Week 86.
Week 86, guys. That's 6 times 6 equals 36, plus 3 equals 39, plus 1 equals 40, plus 40 equals 80, plus 6 equals 86.
And as always, we're your hosts. I'm Drumm.
And I'm Drummer.
This is a podcast about brotherhood and the 3 S's: storytelling,
The supernatural.
self-improvement.
What did you say?
I've been thinking of a 4th S to try and like
Why would
sum
we need a
up our
fourth one? We
situation.
can barely remember these 3.
And the 4th S, sensitivity. And where Dalton talks about that subject the most.
I'm sorry. I'm sensitive.
That's okay, man. I forgive you. But you know who won't forgive you?
What?
Mr. Jeremy Fragrance. All right. Welcome to our new segment. 1, 2, 3.
Power! Oh, fuck, man.
So if you guys have no idea who that is, stop whatever you're doing and go right now and type in.
No, go to TikTok and go to no context Jeremy Fragrance.
Yes,
Yes.
or you can go to our personal friend Cody Co.
Oh,
yeah,
and go to
that's
his YouTube channel, and you can watch the video he did
We're
there.
gonna get emails from Cody being like, "Hey, you guys are not my personal friends. Please don't put that out there." So let's not do that because I rather have Cody Co be my friend in the future than have him be like, "Oh, you guys were the weird asses that fucking said our name."
But what if when we tag him, he watches and like, these are the types of sensitive bitches that I want to hang out with.
Stop
and then,
making fun of me for being sensitive.
I'm not. I included myself in that.
Dude, you're not sensitive.
We both got riled up. I was so mad, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Power.
But basically, it's this guy whose whole entire life, social media presence, is all about fragrances, so perfumes, colognes, and he goes through. And if I ever get lost in a mountain of rubble and like the firefighters are like, oh, I need to go get a dog to like find Matt, and like they're gonna give him my scent. Fire every single dog. Hire this man to smell my clothes and then come find me, because that's how sensitive this guy's nose is.
Yeah, I don't know how he smells it that strong, but like I wish I could feel the sensation that he's having. Like I don't know. I think it's like kind of looks like a kink for him, like to smell it, because he looks like when he smells it, like he looks like he gets hard from it, like
He
sexually
absolutely
aroused.
gets hard on it. He says a couple things that are very like.
He says a couple things kind of questionable, like he has sex before every time he films a
But
video.
it's like it's this. It's like
Because he holds cum in his face.
yeah, but like it's weird because I think it's a kink without him knowing, really accepting that it's a kink for him. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, but he also talks as if he's someone that has never had sex before.
no, he doesn't.
The way he
talks
talks
about fucking all these women. That's what he says.
You have that guy that like talks about something that he like has heard about and he like kind of wants to do, but has never actually done it.
Like when he says like, "Oh, I want to have the sex right now."
He's like, oh, I wish I had a woman here so I could have sex with her.
Oh, like-
my views.
Like he
I do
overexpresses
not want
it.
to use her because I respect
Like the
her.
woman.
Strong moral compass and ethical code that man has. Like honestly, like
It's like he says something, it says like he goes way too hard and then tries to backpedal the rest of the way through the conversation.
yeah, it's an experience.
He really is though.
Yeah, you need to go watch it.
And he's from Germany. He lives in
He's
Germany.
from Germany, yeah.
Polish.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was
Polish.
French for some reason.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry to all my French
That came off
listeners.
French.
Why? Well, because he's so sex crazed?
Yeah, and I just, for whatever reason, like cologne and perfume, just I feel like the French invented it.
I mean,
I just assume that's
Cologne
what-
is a town in Germany.
Cologne is a town in Germany?
Yes.
I think you're right. I think he's right.
And I think Champagne is a town in France. Keep talking though. While I
Are
look
they?
it up.
Are they? Is that where these things originated
Yeah,
from? Like that's why
uh-huh.
they're. Oh, really?
100%.
Oh, I did not know that.
Champagne is only champagne if it comes from Champagne.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it's sparkling white
like,
wine.
Like tequila.
Otherwise, it
Oh,
has
yeah,
to be,
like it has to be from Mexico.
Yeah, it has to be classified as
Well, there's-
sparkling white wine.
Well, they said there's a place called Tequila in Mexico. Ernesto.
Did he tell you that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny.
Germany.
I talked to Ernesto today, and he's like, "Yeah, dude." He's like, "I haven't listened to you guys' podcast in a couple of weeks." And I was like, "Oh,
Asshole,
okay."
dude.
And he's like, so then I picked up where I left off today, and he goes, and it would be the one episode where you guys say my name like 5 or 6 times. There's a fast food bracket or fast food rankings.
Yeah.
That's what you get, man. That's what you get,
He's
dude.
missing the good stuff.
The goods. But
Yeah,
dude,
Jeremy Fragrance also like he doesn't masturbate because it gives him no.
no, he does because it gives him more
masturbate because it gives him more
testosterone.
testosterone in his face. But then he doesn't masturbate sometimes to keep the cum in his face.
That way he looks better. And Monique swears that he actually looks different on those videos as opposed to the other ones. She's like, "Babe, I see it." I'm like, "No, I see no difference."
I get it.
But, dude, Dalton, how was your week? How was your 4th of July weekend?
Thanks for asking, Matt.
Of course, bro. I care.
As I was saying, I didn't do much on Friday. I just kind of did my coding stuff. And then Saturday, I picked up my cousin Caleb, and we set off to the beach to start our start of redoing the annual beach day family trip.
How many of those did we have when we were younger?
It was like twice a year.
Now, can you give me the background to this?
Yeah, so our annual beach trip was something that me and Matt loved. And we have a lot of, at least, okay, I loved.
I loved it, but I don't really remember. I remember like 2. I don't like remember them as vividly as everybody else. Like all of you guys were talking about it, and I was like, did I block this out? Like,
maybe.
dude, I lost my sunglasses at the beach, so I don't blame myself.
Yeah, maybe that's a really hard memory for you to take in.
They were rocket power.
Yeah, those are dope. I remember those. There was a picture of you having them and then you crying when they left. Yeah, that was funny. I think we have that on video. When he got hit by the wave.
Yeah, that wave took me out. And then I literally had a dream that night of a shark wearing those glasses, and I woke up crying. I love those things.
Because the shark took your glasses.
Oh my God, this one time I had goggles and I jumped into the pool. Remember my shark goggles?
Those things are sick.
Oh my God.
You think we can find them on Amazon?
Probably, but those things were terrifying.
Oh, look.
Terrifying. You would wear them and it would look like there were sharks swimming in the water with you.
So you would put them on and then scare
They had-
yourself for the goggles you were wearing.
Wait. They had sharks in
they were like
in the
they were like
thing.
They were like these holographic sharks.
on the
on the
fronts
lens
of the lens.
Yeah.
So it looked like you were swimming with sharks.
I remember when I was in swim in high school, I wanted to find them so I could race in them.
That'd be terrifying.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, but then they would be coming towards you while you're going this way. I feel like your depth perception would be off because you have this in front
I'm
of you.
not saying it would have ended well. I'm just saying I wanted to do it. For
All right,
sure.
right on. Yeah, I don't know why I was going so deep into that.
Yeah, but okay. So you pull us to the beach. You and Caleb were listening to some Bo Burnham all the way up there.
Listen to inside.
I just like too that this was supposed to be your nephew's first time at the beach, right?
Yes.
Yes, it wasn't. He's been there like 4 different times. But to us, as of that day, it was his first time at the beach.
It's gonna be memorable for him or for me.
We have plenty of pictures. So we get there and we pull out, like, you know, we said we're going to do the uncle thing. What?
You guys remember? I just found Big Time Shark Man super swimwear, and it was the goggles that had the full head. With
I do remember that.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then the fin hands.
How much are those going for?
$25.
That's not
Hey,
bad.
put a picture right here. That way.
Put a picture right there.
Yeah. Also, you know what I've been thinking about? I want to get like a green screen laptop cover.
David said green screens don't really change anything here.
Yeah, but then we can put videos up.
But if I were to put him up like that, it'd be so small you couldn't see what's going on.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
I like
Bad idea, Matt.
I like where you're going.
It's a
with
great
that.
idea.
Great idea, but we just
Terrible
can't execute.
execution.
Terrible execution.
Fucking damn it.
I know.
But anyway, back to
So
your
we had
fun
our
stuff.
trip, and We got there. We decided we were going to be like, the uncles and set everything up. So, when the rest of the family got there, they could all just hang out and relax. So we set up everything. We brought boogie boards to do some boogie boarding in the morning.
Nice.
And we pulled out the, what's the thing? The canopy, I guess we call it. The canopy, set that bad boy up. And
Set that bad up.
And then we dug
Garlic
the corners.
shrimp chips doesn't do it to you, but bad boys.
Bad butts. And then we dug in the corners so they wouldn't fly out as the wind came. And that's going to be important later. And we ended up just watching the surfers.
Nice.
Because there were so many surfers that we felt me and Caleb would just get in the way.
1,000%.
So we're like, let's just leave it be. And also the water was so cold.
Yeah.
And then we looked to our right, and what do you know? We set up everything right next to a dead dolphin.
Yep.
With all its fins cut off.
Whoa, what?
I forgot to tell you this. Yeah.
What?
There was a dolphin that had been poached on the shore.
On the shore.
Yeah.
So it was.
This was 8:30 in the morning.
This was around 8:30. Yeah.
And none of the lifeguards had seen it.
And it had been there for a couple of days.
And I called. No, it didn't look like
Bro, it looked old.
But it happens faster when it's on the shore. And I even called Sarah. Shouty Toddy Sarah Adams.
Shouty Toddy Sarah.
Sarah Adams.
Hello.
Shouty Toddy. I called her and asked her what the protocol is for that.
And what did that professional tell you?
That fucking professional told me that there's a crew, I don't know, that comes around at night and just picks it up. Okay. That's exactly
So
what she
they
told me.
can't move it till the nighttime.
She just
I can hear it.
She went, I don't know. There's like a crew that comes at night and just picks it up. And I was like, thank you, Sarah, for this informative information.
She's the best.
Yeah, she is the best. And so we didn't do anything about it. I mean, Caleb wanted to call, but I was like, well, I mean, everyone knows about it. The lifeguard definitely saw it. So.
There's also a priest that prayed over it at one point. That's not an exaggeration. There was a full-on priest.
How do you know it was a priest?
He was wearing the shit.
Wearing the priest shit, dude.
Why was there a priest in full
Don't
garb?
know.
walking
I
on
am
the
not like we're literally.
How drunk did you guys get?
Not even we'll talk about that in a minute.
We're literally standing there, and all of a sudden, I think it was probably Monique. She goes, "What the? Is that a priest?" And then we get up, and sure enough, like there's a man of the cloth.
They circle the fucking dead dolphin and pray over it.
They prayed over the dolphin. They continued walking.
I was like, that's love. Thank God.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys get everything set up.
Yeah, we got everything set up, and then we waited for the rest of the family to come. Our cousins, Aubrey and Lexi, and our what do you call him? Our nephew Brooksy boy, I guess.
You guess?
I mean,
he's my nephew. He doesn't have to be
you
yours.
gonna call him Brooksy boy?
I'm gonna call him Cheeks for the rest of his life.
I'm gonna call him Brooksy boy for the rest of his life. I feel like that just makes sense. I don't know. But he came, and so we were all excited. We got him already. We set up everything in like 10 minutes because everything else was set up.
So fast.
And we were proud uncles. We were happy that we were doing that for the fam bam, and we just had a great day. We ran around, jumped around. About an hour later, Matthew came, and we were drinking White Claws, and
you had been drinking the whole time since you got there.
since like 7:30. Like
it's out in the open.
It's out in the open, just drinking.
In some red Solo cups, but they were at the campsite.
They were at the camps where we were at our station, so we were fine. We were just drinking, hanging out, minding our own business. And Matthew comes, I go, hey, dude, you want a White Claw? Matt goes, yeah. So we pour him out a White Claw. Like 15 minutes goes by. Mo goes, I'm going to go to the restroom. Matt was like, I'm going to go with you. And I was like, that's a great idea. So they both go. And then we all turn around. We start talking. And we look back. And Matthew is stopped by the police for having a red Solo cup in his hand.
Yep.
So you want to give us your side now?
Well, guys, it was a busy morning, to say the least. Friday night had a Korean barbecue with our producer here, Cheese, and his girlfriend Rachel, and we ate a lot of food, drank a lot of White Claws and seltzers.
About it, by the way.
So much fun. I had so much fun.
We had a great time.
So much fun. We played
awesome time.
Star
Good
Wars
job,
3,
dude.
Revenge of the Sith. We got to duke it out with some lightsabers.
Oh, that's the best. That's so much fun.
And then we got to We got to play some disc golf with the PlayStation
3.
Yeah, but what's that? The handle's called?
Move?
Yeah, it was Move.
PlayStation
Yeah,
Move, yeah.
PlayStation Move. Got to play disc golf, which was so much fun. Especially
You did that, right? No, it was Caleb.
it was Caleb. Because I talked to Caleb. I'm like, bro, disc golf. He's like, it was so fun.
I gotta try it. That sounds
It's
good.
so much fun. My favorite part though is Monique was playing it and she was doing just so bad. But just her reaction to it all just made it so much fun.
I could see that being funny.
And then David and I were gonna play ping pong the next morning when we woke up. Because at that time I had decided that I will get there when I get there. I'm not gonna have FOMO. And then I woke up at 8 o'clock to a text from Caleb saying, "Hey, Matthew, we'll be there in 20 minutes." And then I had FOMO really hard. So poor Monique that I had said, "I will be here. We'll have breakfast with them. We'll hang out. We'll get there." When we get there, was now being rushed to get out of the house and, get a bunch of stuff for us to be at the beach at. So very hectic morning, stressful, just running to pick stuff up. All my fault. So we go. On our way there, Monique calls me and she goes, "I told Dalton I'd get a Frisbee, but I forgot the Frisbee." And I'm like, "Okay, don't worry about it. Let's just get there. Dalton will be fine." So then I see a Dollar Tree to my right. And I'm like, you know what? Let me pull over and get a Frisbee. That way Monique doesn't break her promise to Dalton. So I pull over. I walk into the Dollar Tree. There's 40 people in the Dollar Tree. It's record-breaking day for Dollar Tree. And
the best day of their life. It's their Black Friday.
The lines are super long, but they don't have a Frisbee. They don't even have a Nerf football, something that we could, you know what I mean? Nothing's there. So I get frustrated and I have to pee really bad. So then I leave and I am driving to the beach. And when I leave, I need to get back on the main road and go straight to get on PCH. So nobody's letting me over. So then I end up making a right turn. Then I have to make a U-turn. So then I'm sitting at this turn signal for 5 minutes because it's red, right? So finally I say, fuck it, I'm just going to drive straight. So I go to drive straight. As soon as I cross the intersection, the freaking light turns green. So then I drive all the way down, end up in a completely different city, okay? So then I turn around and I have to pee so bad. And the only thing I know is that Caleb told me to go to the Jack in the Box. So I find the Jack in the Box. Turns out they didn't park near the Jack in the Box. They set up camp in the Jack in the Box. So I had to drive.
No, what you just said didn't make sense. The Jack in the Box part.
Okay, so there's a Jack in the Box.
There you go.
There's a parking lot to the left of it, but there's no entrance for you to actually park there.
You
It's
have
an
to go
exit.
around.
Yeah,
only.
you have to go all.
You go all the way around.
It's
So I can't hold it anymore. So I get out and I go to the bathroom on the side of the road because I'm about
Which
to piss my
I'm
pants.
curious how you did that.
I took a knee. I pretended I had a flat tire. I opened up my passenger door, and then I pretended I was looking for something, and then I just whizzed under my car, and then I got back in and then took off.
pretty smart.
What was around? What were you around?
People, the beach, Jack in the
There
Box.
are people walking around you?
Yeah,
You were in the Jack in the Box parking lot?
yeah.
Don't go to the Jack in the Box on PCH, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, no, and
That's
why?
insane.
And
You
you
got
may
some
be
balls,
asking,
dude.
you may be thinking, Matt, why not just go inside the Jack in the Box? There was no parking, and I wasn't actually in a parking spot. I had just stopped.
You had Monique in the car with you.
She took a separate car.
Oh.
Damn.
So anyways-
That's ballsy, man. I give you props.
Anyways, so head there. Finally get in. Monique's been parked for probably about 5 or 10 minutes now. So I go meet up with her. Everything's cool. Stressful morning. Just a lot happened trying to get there. I've had a hell of a day already, and it's 9 o'clock. So we go
But your pee problem is fixed.
for now.
Okay.
So we go, right? We get set up, say hi to everybody. Brooks is excited to see Monique. Everything's cool. Then Monique goes, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, cool, I'll go with you. So I grab my cup and I start walking. She goes, do you want to leave that? And I'm like, no, I just want to go pee. I want to come back, sit down, and have a good day. She's like,
So
all right.
the opportunity was presented.
Yes,
for you
David,
to
the
leave
opportunity
cup.
was presented. So we go. We walk. See this car, this cop truck pull around, slowly make a U-turn. And there's other people with other ice chests and everything that are very inconspicuous, right? So sure enough, they stop. When he goes, babe, they're coming. And I'm like, what? No, they're fine. I'm not belligerent. I'm walking in a straight line. I'm just having a conversation. I just need to go pee. Sir? I'm like, fucking shit. He goes, sir, step over here. I'm like, oh my God. And he goes, what's in that cup? And at this point, I'm like, if I lie, if I say water, they're going to take it and smell it. Part of me thought if I should just dump it and then pour it, but I think the outcome would have been the same. So then I just looked at him. I said, honestly, sir, it's a White Claw. And I was like, I just poured it. I've had one sip. And they just kind of look at me. The only reason I got a ticket is because
You believe.
no, yes, if I was a betting man, I'd bet on this. The only reason they gave me a ticket, because I even said, I was like, I'll pour it out right now, I'll take everything else back to the car. We can call it a day. He looks over at his young pupil who I think just got hired on maybe about, I don't know, a day ago, who has a clipboard with his first ticket is probably me. He needed to learn how to write the fucking ticket. So he goes, "Sir, step over here in front of the vehicle." I'm like, motherfucker. So then Monique's standing there. I see my entire family standing there. Like, I glance over. They're all standing there staring at me. Right? So then they take me through the whole thing. They ask me what it is. And I'm like, I told you, it's a White Claw. They start writing a ticket. If you're wondering how long this individual has been hired, he had to explain to him how to fill out the ticket. Like, oh, this is where the name goes. This is where the license number goes. This is where this and that and this and that and this and that. Right? And so then at one point, I keep looking over to a certain area, and I see the older cop reach for his binoculars. So I quickly turn my head as far back as I can to look in the opposite direction of my family, who's still standing there staring at me. And then while I do that, I see Dalton carrying the rest of our alcohol back to the car. And then I'm looking there, and he goes, "Who are you here with, sir?" And I'm like, "Sir, I am here with my girlfriend." He goes, all right. And he goes, "How many have you had?" I'm like I said, this is my first one, and I literally had a sip. So I'll pour it out, and and he goes, "Let's just go ahead and take everything else back to the car, and that'll be it." All right, sounds good to me. So anyway, I'm embarrassed that Monique's watching this because she's just standing there staring at me.
Well, hold on. We were watching Matthew, and Matthew decides to have a conversation with both hands behind his back.
That's how I talk to people.
Not okay.
Yeah, no,
we
bad
thought he was getting
situation.
arrested. I was gonna go punch a cop in the face.
No,
I was
don't do
getting
that.
pissed off.
No, don't do that. So when I talk to people, I tend to put my hands behind my back.
Yeah.
Just a very in my head. I'm like, it's just how I talk. I don't know.
He does that and starts walking over to the car, and I'm like, did they fucking arrest him? I didn't see that.
Where was your cup at this point? You'd already
On the
dumped
hood of the car.
So you put it on the hood and then put your hands behind your back.
Yeah, I just was standing there with I do it when I coach. I stand with my hands behind my back when I talk to people. I don't know. Anyways, so they end up coming out. They're like, "Mr. Drumm, you've been very cooperative, so this should be a misdemeanor, but we're going to go ahead and give you an infraction." I'm like, "Oh, you're such a kind soul, sir. You could just rip up the fucking ticket. We can call it a day and it'd be fine." But that didn't happen. So now I'm going to have probably a fine.
And after that cop said, "Power."
So stupid. Anyways,
So
so
we had a great rest of the
They
day.
walked away from each other. They're like, you like writing that ticket? And he's like, "Yeah, it felt like
Power.
and that was all before 9:30 a.m. And for the record, before any of you text me saying, "Matt, it was your fault." Yes, I fucking know. I should have just listened to Monique and left my cup and gone on. But you know what? Sometimes when you're frustrated and in the middle of things, you just act. And I'll deal with the consequences.
So let me ask you this. What do you think would have happened? Because my first thought goes, as soon as you see that car making the U-turn and you recognize maybe you're the only one that...
I didn't think that, though, because here's why. There's another part of the story that I left out is as he's writing me the ticket, there's this guy that walks by, and he's on the phone, stops right in front of the fucking truck. Word for word says, "Hey, bro, I have all the beer in my ice chest. Meet me at Lifeguard Tower 26. Walks. The old guy is in his truck fucking calling in the thing because the younger dude did not use his radio. So he's inside the truck calling it. He says that. I look at the young dude and I go, "Bro, you've got to be kidding me." And he just looked at me and looked down and kept writing the fucking ticket. So dumb.
Okay, but so you didn't think of it because there were too many other people also blatantly...
I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I wasn't belligerent. I wasn't causing a problem. I was just walking. I really didn't think it was a big deal.
Oh, see, well, you said pour it out, and I was like, I would think my thought process would be like to just bumble it and then drop it and be like, "Oh,
My water."
Smart.
Can they do anything at that
My
point?
Sprite.
I don't know, which
If
I
it's-
honestly
will
is
they have-
probably really smart, but
They
I just
have someone come in like sniff the.
I don't
sand?
think so. But in my head, I'm like, you really want to do all this paperwork, dude? Like, you really want to do all that paperwork for this?
Yeah.
Like, and there were people that were just absolutely plastered before I was even leaving. The worst part too is they sell fucking alcohol on the beach.
But you have to drink it over in front of the space, right?
I don't want logic, David. I just need people on my side here.
But yeah, I'm like, the only thing I could think that could happen if you were to spill it, drop it, or whatever, instead of like consciously pour it out where they could see
They would
you,
have ran me through a sobriety test probably.
that, or I think they would have been like, "Can you show me where you're at?"
Yeah.
And then you would have just had to be like, "Oh, we didn't bring anything. We were just sitting."
Yeah.
And I threw the White Claw away as soon as I threw the water bottle. I don't know.
None of that matters. It didn't happen.
We weren't there. Matt's got a ticket. Yo-hoo.
Yo.
But other than that, how was your 4th of July?
It was great.
It was 9 a.m., right? That was all 9 a.m.?
That was all before 11.
Well, that's July 3rd.
Yeah.
That's not even July 4th.
Nobody was on the beach, though. It was like...
It was pretty calm,
quiet
actually.
day.
I was expecting it to be way worse.
The waves were really rough, but it was nice to be there. Yeah, we left around 4, picked up dinner with the family, and then we all went to our grandparents' house and ate dinner, and then hung out with the baby for a little longer, and then I went home because I was exhausted, and I fell asleep.
Do you think you'd be spending as much time with your extended family if there wasn't a baby around?
Probably not.
No.
I was thinking the same thing. That's what I was like. I spent the whole weekend pretty much with all the kids, and I'm not used to being around kids again because we were the kids for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it's fun.
Yeah.
It makes you
Babies
wanna
bring
see
the
them
family
more,
back
yeah.
together. And you know what? This baby has built up a lot of relationships without even knowing. Like, it did something different.
He fucking loves Monique.
It also helps that you guys are all super close to each other.
Yeah.
He loves like so much. Like he took a nap. He does this thing where he wakes up and he looks at Monique and he goes like, he tilts his head, right? And I'm like, I can't compete with that. Like, what are you doing, bro? And Monique's like, oh.
He wakes up from his nap, from a 2-hour nap at the beach. Wakes up and doesn't look for mom, doesn't look for the uncles. He looks for Monique and just stares at her.
Dude, he's got good taste. What can I say? But
stares at her continuously. Like, dude, come on, man. Come pay attention to me. Look at me, dude.
All right, well, we know you got a ticket for alcohol. Did you guys do any illegal fireworks you want to own up to on Sunday?
Unfortunately not.
So I went to Monique's house in the street that she lives on.
That's what you do every year, right?
I do. I've been doing it since I was
12.
13, 14. Yeah. I've gone to her house every year, like every year of high school.
You were 13 or 14.
How old are you when you're a freshman?
The freshman year?
Yeah.
He was 13.
Oh.
Yeah. And yeah,
that's
so
over 10 years.
It's just like, so her street, all of her neighbors just go off. Like, they go by like Disneyland grade fireworks, and I'm not exaggerating. Some of you may have heard a rumor that I exaggerate my stories. That's not true in this case. But no, like, they all like go off. So it was kind of cool because this year, like, the weather outside was super nice. So Monique and I took a blanket outside, and her mom has a couch in the back. So we took the couch from the backyard and brought it to the front. So we just set up shop out in the front. And I literally laid down, looked up in the sky, and then just all these fireworks were going off, like left, right, behind us, in front of us. Stayed out there for like, I don't know, till about 10:30, 11-ish, and then came home. And then it was super, super cool. It was like a lot of fun. I really enjoy this. Like, I enjoy the 4th of July at their house. It's always been enjoyable for me.
It's cool.
Dalton, no fireworks for you?
Nah, I stayed inside and watched movies.
What movies? More Bo Burnham inside?
No, I think I watched like a comedy special with my dad. And then we ate steak and then drank some alcohol, and then we slowly fell asleep.
No, and then I came home and I saw my brother on the couch by himself, and he was trying to watch this movie called Savages.
Savages.
Just Savages.
And I thought, you know what? I haven't been home for a long time. I've been at other people's houses mainly. So I was like, you know what? Let me spend some time with my brother and do the one thing that I just absolutely do not enjoy, and that is sitting down to watch a movie. So I sit down to watch a movie. The first scene is Blake Lively just absolutely getting railed by this dude. So my interest was piqued. And Dalton's like, whoa. Dang, they just went for it, huh? And I'm like, yep. And then she's in this weird throuple with this other dude, and she's like, I'm the only thing.
And they weren't cool with that at first, but then they were definitely cool with it later on.
Yeah, then they had like this giant like orgy between the three of them, which was like kind of cool.
I don't know what was happening the whole
Yeah,
movie.
it was, and they like made and sold the best weed in the world, but the cartel wanted it. So like after they had sex, they went and this guy watched this video of a beheading.
But then they agreed with the cartel for the deal, but then wanted to run away. But then when they completely forgot about running away the next scene, and they just stayed with the cartel.
And then John Travolta's a fucking lawyer.
Yeah.
Which is the weirdest thing
Don't
to see.
ever mix those two together.
He has a buzzed head.
Yeah, he plays the lawyer a couple times.
Does he?
He was in the OJ show.
Did he do good there?
Yeah.
He didn't do good there, so.
Yeah, it was anyway, so I was like I was fighting to stay awake. Dalton
didn't realize that Salma Hayek was in it.
I did not. We didn't get that far.
got,
Dalton
like, 20
decided
minutes
he's like Matt can't do this. And so he's like, "Are you falling asleep?" And I was like, "No, like I'm trying to stay up to like spend time with you and watch this movie cuz that's how like you enjoy to bond that way, right?" So
No, I don't. I didn't ask you to watch a movie with me.
So like people like you watch movies together. That's how people bond. Like I just don't enjoy that. So I tried to do it for you, and then all of a sudden, like 20 minutes in, Dalton's like, "I can't do it. I'm going to bed." Just walked to his room and went to sleep.
I didn't know that we were bonding. I didn't know that this was the time for us to bond. I thought you were tired. You were going to bed. I was ready to go to bed. So this is not. Don't put this on me.
I'm not. I'm just
You
saying. I tried to do something that you
but
enjoy.
you didn't tell me you were.
Do I need
trying
to
to do
specify when we're bonding? Like
no, but I need to like.
It sounds like your expectations are mismanaged, and you're not doing the best job of communicating those expectations to each other.
Thank you, David. Wow.
let's take this situation to the boys' room. I got a lot to say.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Fine.
kidding.
Well, let's
No.
take a break then.
The break room.
All right, welcome back, you guys.
Hello,
Dalton,
welcome back.
Dalton posed a question to me that we wanted to get you guys' opinion on.
Wait, David, were you waiting for the 5 seconds?
No, he hadn't hit record yet.
Oh, so I brought up to Matthew, and I brought up as a point to David, if Matthew would be friends with me in another life if we weren't brothers. Like if we were still, went to the same high school and did all that stuff, and he saw me on the pool deck, like if he would be my best, we would end up best friends like we are now, or just
We're not best friends.
I know
We're brothers.
but I'm just that's kind of the same thing.
It's not though.
Because we could be brothers and never talk to each other.
We could be, but we're not. We live together.
So we're friends. And we
Yeah,
get
we're
along.
friends.
Like what I'm saying is if I was gone for like 2 days and you were here,
Yeah.
you would want to come see me.
No.
Yes, because you did it before. I have proof of this.
When?
When I lived at my ex's house.
Yeah, but that's a very different situation.
How? How so? You
Think
were
about
living
all,
at home.
Think about all the family
you
turmoil.
were living in Brea.
Yes, but I worked out here. Think about all the turmoil that was happening. Yes, I came to visit you.
Well, we became really close then.
We did. It was great.
Yeah, we were like best friends. We talked every day.
We were very close brothers.
I don't understand why you don't want to say best friend though. Like why don't you want to say that, David? We can see that.
It's like sliding down the document.
Hold on. Scroll all the way down.
All right, we're gonna go back to week 1. All right, keep going.
And I just don't like. I think like I don't know. I give everybody a shot. I give everybody a chance.
I would give you a shot.
they
I
enter
just
my
don't
life-
think you would do well.
But why? What do I do that would bother you? Like from the start, if you first met me, what would it be?
See, I don't see a way for me to answer this question without us not filming the ending of this podcast.
Can you just answer it honestly?
See, do you?
I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna get mad.
As a best friend, do you require as much attention as you do now?
No, way less. Abysmal. David, how am I as a best friend?
Well, you're not David's best friend either.
Who do I have? What is all this news? Am I just Matt's little brother? If you fucking David, I want you to understand.
No, you're not. No, because we specifically talked about when you went from being Matt's little brother to being
Your
my
best friend.
And I can happily say I brought you two together in that situation.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I was being an ass.
Yeah, Matthew was being a dick that night.
I don't think you think that. I think you just heard that from us enough, and you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's %. No, I don't think that at all.
So what, like David?
You guys
Like-
are having this conversation, so I can keep doing what I'm doing right now.
I know, but you're taking too long, and you entered yourself into this conversation.
He
Yeah,
he
you did.
didn't though. He didn't.
He just commented.
No, you said, David, what's it like to have me as a best friend?
That's right, I did do that. Well, what are your first impressions? What would be your first impressions of me then?
You're loud. You want all the attention. You yell a lot.
That would all be gone.
No, it's not.
You would never see
Dalton, I walk into the gym when I am not there. I enter to you screaming. And no one's around. It's just you, JP, and Sushi and Carly, and you're just screaming. I wouldn't put up with that. I would just be like, you know what? That's not something I want to be around.
You think you wouldn't want me as a student at the gym?
Do you think you'd be friends with Matt?
Yeah.
Why?
100%.
Why?
Because I would be like, oh, this is a cool guy. This guy has drive. This guy does things. Like, he's a positive person. He lives a great lifestyle. Like, I would want to put myself around that energy.
I don't think you would be my friend though.
What I think you're
David,
a little bitch sometimes?
David,
yes.
David, how many times have you invited me somewhere and I haven't gone?
Not so much anymore.
Okay, but
That's because I'm more important to you now.
Our whole span.
Like a good amount.
Okay, you ask Ernesto, how often does he invite me somewhere and I don't go?
You'd be over it like the second time.
You would just stop, and it wouldn't be a bad thing. It would just be like, okay, like this guy's always too busy. Like he clearly doesn't want to hang out with me. You would take it personally.
Matt, I have so many people that don't want to hang out with me on a daily.
Yeah, they're all your students.
That's funny.
I'm just kidding. I don't think we'd be best friends. We would definitely hang out sometimes, though.
So we'd be in the same group.
Yes, I would be in your group.
What does that mean?
It means I would come in and pop into your group every once in a while, and then go back and do whatever I wanted.
You guys aren't social chameleons?
I can be.
I love talking to people.
That's not what that means.
Oh, what does that mean?
It's like when you go to a different social setting and then you kind of start acting like the people there to fit in.
I feel like that's like a natural instinct though.
Everybody does it. Just we all do it on different degrees.
Well, you're not really answering my question, and you're not really.
No, I've answered I've literally been answering your question from the beginning. You just don't like the answer.
You're just not answering correctly. I feel so. We're gonna move forward.
Okay.
What's the correct answer?
Yeah, what's the correct answer?
Yeah, man, I love you, bro. Of course we'd be best friends. We even lived together as roommates. We would have a dog named Charlie together, and Charlie. Yeah, Charlie, and we would meet each other's families, and we go to each other's picnics and stuff. And I just feel
and then we would have this really weird feeling that your brothers. Mom was my mom, and then my dad was your dad. So then when we left summer camp, we would switch places, and then we would go home, and then we would spend time with our other parents because we're actually brothers.
You would be the one that lived with mom.
Yeah, we'd be friends, dude. We'd be the best of friends.
Shut up. I just kind of find it hard to believe.
Let's go into slang trivia. Let's go into slang trivia.
Did we stall long enough, David?
Yeah, you did. You probably stalled too long.
I would like David's answer later, though.
You got it? You got it, Dalton? Pull it away from Matt.
Would you like the mouse?
No.
Let me hear it. Let me hear the intro for slang trivia.
It's time for...
There is no intro. Got you. Ha-ha! This is where we take Matthew Drumm, who is technologically 80 years old, and we ask him some slang words so he can keep up hip with the kids.
No, I feel like I'm physically 80 years old, but technologically I'm definitely at least 27.
That's true. You were 80. I'll cut that out. We've got a lot to cut out today.
Don't cut out our shit, David. Our shit's good.
And so we're going to give Matt some words. He's going to be the stand-in for all you old people in the audience.
Got you guys.
That don't know these terms and
My
want to learn
family.
them.
My family.
Familia. This segment's brought to you by Fast 9 out in theaters right now.
We got family.
All right, ready?
Let's go.
So I don't have the decades, but you're going to try and give us the definition
Stop looking.
and the use of the word in a sentence.
Cool.
All right. This first word is dink.
Dink. Dink. Dink. Dink. It's like when you throw something and it makes a gentle tap against another surface, and it's a dink.
Okay, use it in a sentence.
I was throwing rocks in my best friend Dalton Drumm's window, and it was
man.
making a dink.
So it's an onomatopoeia.
Let's throw that in the Slang Trivia. Time for Dictionary with Dave.
You don't know what onomatopoeia is?
It's like your vowels.
I mean, they're in there. There are vowels in the word.
I thought that meant vowels.
No. Who told you that? Was it me?
No, that was like in second grade. I've always thought that.
Onomatopoeia is when the word itself makes the sound it's describing. So a thump is onomatopoeia.
Like a
Squeak.
clickety clack,
Like
clickety clack.
squeak.
Like
Yeah.
anything they
Squeak.
use in like comic books.
Squeak.
Whack.
Yeah.
Thwop. Thump.
Because those are words that they sound like the
Whack, whack, whack.
sound that they're making.
Steak, steak, steak.
So Dalton, is that correct?
Dink is a New England term referring to someone being an asshole or an idiot.
Ah.
You're a real dink about that.
I'm a dink.
All right,
You
next
never heard
one.
that? You never heard? Ah, come on, you dink.
Nope.
I've never heard that either, though.
Definitely going to use it.
Throw
though.
it into your lexicon from now
I have
on.
at least 3 days from the time this is recorded to when we put it out to call people that.
Call it
and,
a bunch of
and
people.
like they will have no idea, and then they'll listen to this, and then I'll get in trouble. So down.
And you'd be like, what do you think?
Next one. Bogey.
Bogey. This is a golf term, which is totally just a hobby of mine.
I am not practicing at midnight in the field in the grass.
It is. Let's see. It's the stroke after par, so it depends on the hole that you're playing. But when you don't get there enough to break even, it's the first stroke after that.
All right, so we'll tell you right now that you're not wrong,
But I'm not right.
but this isn't the context for
This
you.
is the
Please.
wrong bogey.
It does have context with this weekend for you, but it is not in golf.
It's when you walk across the beach with an open container of alcohol and then you get a ticket and they call you a bogey.
They
No.
call you a bogey?
They give you a bogey. Oh, is it a ticket?
No.
Oh, what is it?
It's bogey is a policeman, also known it's a British term for policeman.
Couple
It's
bogeys
the
gave me a
fuzz.
ticket.
There you go.
The what?
It's like the fuzz.
The fuzz?
You've never heard the fuzz?
It is not the fuzz.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
The fuzz.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I got fuzz on my shirt.
Yeah,
Does
the
he not?
fuzz is
The
rolling
fuzz.
up.
The fuzz is here.
I really think you're wrong.
The fuzz is
You've
coming.
never heard that. There's
I-
a joke in that 70s show.
Oh, it's the fuzz.
Yeah, there's a joke in in that 70s show where Hyde comes in. He's like, I want to get it tattooed on my I want to get tattooed. I hate the fuzz on my ass. And then Fez goes, why don't you just shave it?
But it's a classic fuzz.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I thought the word was, but that doesn't sound right to me. Maybe I'm thinking of feds.
There's also a movie called Hot
Yeah, but-
Fuzz.
Hot
That's
fuzz.
about the
Hot
police.
cops.
Kind of.
Okay. All right. What's the next one?
Hairy eyeball.
Oh wow. So this is pretty self-explanatory. It's no, it's not. It's when you have a hairy penis. The third eye is hairy. You have a hairy eyeball.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah?
Use it in a sentence.
Wow, that guy last night had a hairy eyeball.
What? Now I want to hear the situation.
Yeah. How did that happen? What's the story behind
You had a
that?
party. Guy got super drunk, took his pants off.
What was her backstory?
She's Dalton Drumm's best friend, just out for a good time, not a long time, you know.
Wow.
Dumb.
A hairy eyeball is when someone looks you up and down in a judgmental way.
They give you the hairy eyeball.
The hairy eyeball. Interesting.
It's an ocular pat down, essentially.
Ocular pat down.
You don't know that either.
No.
Oh my God, you're
Matthew,
getting two
what
for
is-
ones, Matt.
Dude, you're old.
You know what an ocular pat down? Dude, what does ocular mean?
When you look at them and you're checking their pockets and stuff, it's ocular.
Okay. All right.
That's what it is. It's a visual way of like.
Okay, but what does just ocular mean? Not ocular
It's like
pat
the
down.
Oculus Rift.
I know.
It's the.
But what is ocular?
I'm guessing if it's like a connect to the Oculus, it's a visual thing. So you're using your eyes. So ocular would be you rotating your eyes, looking at something. It's how you're looking at it.
I believe.
Almost.
I
Ocular
believe.
just means it has to do with your eyes.
Perfect. I was talking about my eyes.
Yep.
All right. What's the next one?
This is a good one. I like this one. I think.
Serotonin donor.
Yeah.
Serotonin donor.
What does it mean?
I think that it means that it is somebody that donates serotonin.
All right.
Or
Use it in a
wait, no,
sentence.
so hold on, time out. Serotonin is that the calming drug or chemical?
Serotonin. Let me get you. I don't want to get this wrong.
Where's the serotonin, you bitch? You ever seen that?
Serotonin.
It's
a stabilizer,
stabilizer.
but it's a feelings hormone that stabilizes mood, feelings of well-being, and happiness.
Yeah.
Serotonin donor. So it's somebody that just like when they're around, they make you feel really happy. They just donate the serotonin just by existing.
So use it in a sentence.
Use it in a sentence.
Man, every time Dalton comes around, he's just such a serotonin donor.
All right, man. Thanks for that.
What does it mean?
It's someone people turn to when they're sad, who makes them feel better.
Yes, you're 100% right.
Oh, yeah.
Dalton
Oh, yeah.
just didn't tell you that you were right.
Yeah, that's my job, right?
No, you're supposed to give it to me when I get it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're
Ah.
supposed to say yes or no.
That would have gave me no serotonin. So
I'm giving you the fucking ocular pat down over here.
the algorithm.
Which one?
The algorithm.
The algorithm. It's a mathematical formula that on TikTok
This is
shows
the
you
fucking
videos
one
that you like.
you saw, huh?
No, is that right?
I
mean, I know what an algorithm is.
Keep going.
It's a mathematical formula that helps explain like
The way he starts it, though. Why would you choose the mathematical formula?
That's what an algorithm is. Mitch is screaming at his freaking speakers right now, being like, Dalton, it's a mathematical formula. Like, I can hear it.
You'll understand why in a minute or two.
It's a mathematical formula that explains
Uh-huh.
situation or helps you draw a conclusion to something.
Okay, and if you use it in a sentence?
Man, I was taking this test and I couldn't remember the algorithm to help me.
No, we're not talking in an educational situation.
Man,
We're
Dalton,
talking about the algorithm.
The algorithm of life.
No, not of life, just the algorithm.
Okay.
Whenever you hear someone talking like in a
Man,
social setting, they're
why'd
talking
you
about the algorithm.
Why'd you send me that last night? Because now my algorithm's all fucked up.
Why'd you delete my cache?
Did you get it right?
Yeah, pretty much. The mathematical formula that determines what people see and can fuck up a certain podcast viral social media career.
Is it really what it says? Yeah.
I wrote it.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah.
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 So
Pretty
that's
accurate.
David's definitions. Definitions with David.
All right, we're in the last one, huh?
Last one. Let's go.
Main character syndrome.
Main character syndrome. That is where you think you're so incredibly important that you're the main character of everybody's story. Everybody's life, all they do is they are just NPCs in your life, and they sit around and they wait for you to come up and to help them with their problems.
So, if you were to pick someone that had main character syndrome that you know, who would it be?
If I had to pick someone, I don't know. Dalton? Maggie? I don't know.
There's
Sure,
I'm sure there's someone you know that you could.
Well, why are you both
You
laughing?
probably know him really well.
What? Me?
I'm just setting you up for failure.
Oh, I know.
Whoever you pick is not going to be
Mitch.
happy about it.
Definitely Mitch. Yep, 1,000%.
I wish he did. That'd be fun.
Dalton, you want to give him the definition?
Yeah, sorry. When someone thinks they are the main character of their life, usually comes with a side of individuality complex, a quirky style, and a self-centered point of view.
You got the quirky style because that's what makes him different.
Actually, no. Who's the perfume guy? Because this is definitely
Jeremy
him.
Fragrance?
Yep, Jeremy Fragrance.
You don't think he's like a
Bow.
Kramer? He's like a Kramer.
Yeah, I can see
He's
that.
totally a Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the quirky, it's like how when you watch animes, you know who the main character is because their hair is purple.
Yeah.
Or like.
And they stand out. Their hair's crazy.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, good job, Matt. You got like 3 of them?
Yeah, I think that's the best I've ever done.
Yeah, that really did do a good job.
You got half. You got half.
Dang, I'll take that 50%.
And so now we go into
Sorry.
can't handle it.
Sorry, guys. 1, 2, 3. The boys' room.
Now I got 5 of these. We can do less. There's one right smack dab in the middle that I wasn't sure you guys wanted to tackle.
Let's do 3.
So if you want, we can skip that one.
Well, let's start with the first one.
Let's start with the first one.
How long are we, how what's the time?
We got time for like 2 or 3. We're at 55 minutes right now.
Cool. We'll do two or three.
All right. How do I tell my son I'm not his biological father? So my son's 7, and I had him with my ex when we were 22, and she passed away. So I'm his only parent. So we're like twins. Everyone tells us how much we look alike. So I never questioned anything about it. And regardless, he's still my son. However, my ex's sister blabbed about how she always wondered if he was mine or this side guy that I never knew about. But I mean, it obviously looks like mine. So once she told me, I got super depressed, and I couldn't even let that out on my ex or ask why she lied to me and also cheated because she had passed. We found out who the side guy was, and I told him because I felt like he should know it. And we did a paternity test and found out that the child is in fact his. But the guy said he wants nothing to do with my son. So it's his loss in the end. But I've been struggling with almost 9 months about how to tell my son. I don't want it to be some big secret that's revealed when he's older, or worse, revealed by someone else before I get to talk to him, like my ex's sister or something like that. He's my son no matter what, but I also feel like he has a right to know that he has a biological father that isn't me, even if that person doesn't want anything to do with him. I don't want this to become a dirty secret. How can I tell him in an age-appropriate way and reassure him that I'm his dad no matter what?
First of all, I like this guy.
Yeah, man. He's doing the right thing. He's being honest with himself.
Because
best for the kid.
He's in a situation where theoretically he could just not tell him and nothing has to change. But like he still wants to tell him because the kid deserves to know his biological father.
Good morals.
You know?
Yeah.
Kid's 9.
What age would you feel okay doing that at?
I would do it as soon as possible.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Because it's just gonna be worse if he gets older.
I feel like I would wait till like maybe he's 12. I just feel like that's a good age where there's change going on. They're adapting to their surroundings. They're figuring things out. It would be a good throw in the mix, just because they're able to feel their emotions better. Think if you tell a 9-year-old,
you don't think he's already going to be going through so much else on his own that this now is going to completely destabilize
what a life lesson.
What he barely had a grasp on already.
Yeah, and at that age too, like at 12, like you start to like not want to be around your parents and everything they say is dumb. Like,
so you're gonna tell a 9-year-old what's gonna happen then?
No, but like there's no easy way to do this, regardless of how old he is, unless you wait until he's in his mid-20s or 30s or something. But it sounds like with the aunt that will get released probably sooner rather than later. So just because of that, I would tell him, I would sit him down and be like, hey, listen, it turns out that this is what happened, and you know you have a biological dad, like you have a biological dad, but I'm your father. Like I raised you, nothing's gonna change between us. If you would like to meet him, then we can make that happen. But if not, like, you know, nothing has to change between us. Nothing. I would just like the reassurance that he doesn't view his son any differently, regardless of the blood that runs through his veins.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Dom.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
To tell him now.
I'll tell him when he's fucking 2 years old.
He's 7 now.
Yeah, I'll tell him. I would tell him now.
Okay.
Maybe be better.
I just think that the earlier he finds out, the quicker, I don't want to say quicker, but the earlier he can begin to deal and process all of that.
Do you think he can understand that at that age?
That's where I was at.
I think so.
I think it's a difference between understanding it and processing it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, if you tell him and he's 7 years old, he's going to be like, yeah, my other dad is not, I don't know my other dad yet. Like, it's just going to be something he says, but it won't matter. But then
he'll have already, like,
accepted it.
He'll have already, like, had it in his mind compared to, like, what?
Yeah.
You're not even my real dad?
You're not my dad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good one, guys.
Yeah, that was an honest, like, you could tell, just a good person.
Good guy. Good guy. Here's the next one. My boyfriend, they're both 25, is a local celebrity, but he didn't tell me. So how do I do with this? How do I deal with it?
How did you not know about that?
So I met John Smith a few months ago, and we hit it off.
That's not a real name.
Things been going on really well. Said I love you. Rarely spend a night apart. But he's keeping something from me, but he won't tell me.
I have a podcast.
He was up.
This is David.
He was upfront about it in a way. He explained that his ex used him to boost her own status. So he was cautious about that happening again. He said when the time was right, he would tell me everything, but it just hasn't gotten there yet. And I debated Googling him, but just wanted to, give him his space. I'm not from the area. I'm only here for school, so I wasn't aware of anything.
Okay.
But when I was on a Zoom call with some friends, John walked by in the background, and one of them was like, "Whoa, that dude looks familiar." And they asked me who he was. And then when I told them, they were like, "Yo, that's not John Smith with an I. That's John Smith with a Y." And that dude's a local celebrity and a national celebrity, like on a very, very low scale. He's not famous for anything
like
weird or bad. It's pretty cool, and it makes sense. But I can also see how his ex might have used it and why he's hesitant to tell me.
What is it? What did he do? What's the thing?
But I know now, and John hasn't told me himself, so I'm unsure how to proceed.
I don't even care about this story. I want to know what he does. Why is he a celebrity?
Yeah, this I scrolled down to see if they explained it, but this
No one cares what he did.
I would just say, hey, one of my friends recognized you and said that you're this individual and you're actually a local celebrity. Like, is that true? And then just have the conversation from there. And then I think his fear of how you'll treat him or how, what your intentions are with him at that point should already be pretty obvious and solidified,
Yeah, I feel they're spending a lot of time together.
With her not knowing who he is.
There should be a level of understanding there too.
Yeah.
Just in general. Like, why would you sleep with the same woman every night for like 3 months straight and then still question if she likes you or not? And then to tell her the truth. I don't know. I think this is on the guy.
I think they just need to talk about it.
Yeah. Communication is key.
I feel like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I think she's overreacting. I don't think it really matters. But at the same time, what does he do? Why can't she just say that?
Dude, Dalton, I feel like this is something that you're going to go through with your next significant other. Like, you're going to have to tell her about, like...
Hey, you're that guy from TikTok.
Yeah. I'll be like, hey,
babe, I'm famous for something, but I don't want you to think of me that way, so we're going to hold off. She's going to be like,
you're the lactose guy. You're the lactose guy.
No,
David made me post 3 videos about it.
It's just going to be like, it's going to be her getting you food one time, and she's going to get like 2 cheeseburgers, but get 1 cheese off, and you're like, babe, how'd you know I didn't want cheese on my burger? And she's like, I knew you were the lactose guy the whole time. I just didn't want to make you feel bad.
That's love, baby.
All right. We can do the third one or the fourth one. You guys choose.
I want to do the fourth one, actually. That one looks
All right.
interesting.
We'll end with the fourth one. How can I explain to my daughter, who is 6, that cartoon characters are not real? So my daughter and I were watching a documentary on unsolved murders. Whenever we watched the show, it was usually silly stuff like ghosts and Bigfoot sightings and nothing to do with people dying. Because it's unsolved mysteries.
Yeah.
But the last time we watched it, it featured a real-life case where a group of people died.
Oh, fuck.
The case involved a young man going traveling with 5 other friends, said he'll return later, a couple hours later, but didn't. Found the next day sleeping. When he was asked what happened to his friends, he gave a very detailed story about how a 10-foot-tall entity appeared and ate his buddies one by one until only he was left, but he escaped. It sounds like the Goat Man.
Yeah.
Or Bigfoot.
This entity turned out to be an exact match to cartoon character from an animated series recently released at the time this case happened. And reportedly, the survivor suffered a mental breakdown which only ended until the series finished airing about 3 months later. Documentary said the bodies were never found, and authorities threw their hands up and believed him. The survivor died a few years ago, but revolved his life around the story and stuck to it. This upset my daughter, and now she thinks her favorite cartoon characters can come into the house and hurt her. And whenever she tries watching cartoons or sees the characters, she keeps bringing it up.
Oh, she's scarred.
Poor thing. Dalton, I feel like you're the subject matter expert on this.
Oh man. I mean, I love cartoons. I don't know. I've always been super into them. They've always been my thing. I love art. I love the design for it. I love how it makes you feel. I think cartoons are great, and I think no matter what, you should always watch them. Even if you're 27, you should watch them. But for this situation, I feel like, I never thought cartoons were real. They were cartoons. But also, I'm trying to think of what she watched that made her think that her favorite cartoon characters would come to life and eat her. Like, what did it look like? Did it look like Sully?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
But either way, I feel like that conversation is going to suck because you're taking something that's so prominent in so many people's childhoods away from her. But at the same time, it's like, you rather have her know this than be scared every night when she goes to sleep,
Yeah. I think it's important to let her know that, like, it's, don't make her feel dumb or like she's a kid for having these, like, don't go, it's just a cartoon. Cartoons aren't real. That's not the way you address it, because when you're that age, like, those things are real to you. Like, those are real life beings and that have their own life,
They're big problems for you.
And so to have something like that where you grow up where, like, you're watching cartoons and everything's always fun and good and these situations are hard, but they get resolved, right? In, like, usually a funny manner. And then all of a sudden now that, like, little kid that just solved that mystery can also come and harm you. Like, those fears are real. It may not be real to you from the outside looking in, but in the moment, like, those are very real. And so I think it's important to understand and address those, but then just reassure her that she's safe and that she's protected and taken care of with you, and that, mom has special powers over these cartoons. You know what I mean? Like, you can make it fun in handling the situation, but don't belittle her or make her feel less than for believing these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meet them where they're at. Don't try and pull the kid up to you, because you only get to be a kid once.
I love that. Thank you, Matt. That was beautifully said.
Thanks, friend.
All right, and thank you for the boys in the boys' room.
Ow! I have a tear.
Another reason we wouldn't be friends.
Fuck.
Matt,
You find it?
no.
What are we talking about?
What's
Matt,
up? What's up?
What got you stoked
what's
this
got
week,
stoked?
my
What
guy?
What got me stoked this week? Oh, I got to.
No.
We know what I'm
What are you
squaring
squaring
up
up
with. We
with?
know what I'm squaring up with.
What are you squaring up
My
with?
fucking ticket. That's what I'm squaring up with. And I'm just a dumbass.
I didn't know that.
I'm just a dumbass. I shouldn't
You're
have done
squaring
it.
up with yourself.
Yes, I'm
You
squaring
know
up
what I'm
with myself.
squaring up with?
What are you squaring up
I'm
with?
squaring up with Matthew not communicating his emotions towards me, so I know better when to hang out with him and when not to. Dave, what are you squaring up with?
I'm squaring up with what am I squaring up with?
Freaking airline food. What?
I'm squaring up with not getting enough sleep.
Fuck
Yep,
yeah.
me too.
That sucks, and just
That
it
sucks.
kills you during the day.
Oh yeah, man.
Dot, what's your woe, dude?
My woe, dude, is what I just purchased on Amazon.
Can David show it to our audience?
I did show David
Can he show it
What
to
is
our
it?
audience?
Appa with the choppa.
Oh yeah, I'll put that picture up, baby.
Yeah.
So
I-
that it's gonna
I'm
go
so
right
excited.
above your head.
Right above my head. Right above my bed.
Nice. My woe, dude.
Oh, sorry. I always
Come
forget.
on, Dalton.
I know.
My woe, dude of the week.
Come on.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't have a woe, dude this week.
You didn't, not woe, do they get to like see, first baby dug you up in a thing.
Oh, it was so cute when we were at the beach. I wanted Dalton to get buried in the sand, but then he didn't get over there fast enough. I got impatient, so I laid down. They started burying me because I wanted Brooks to bury me. So they sat the baby on top of me, and he just looked at me. Couldn't find the rest of my body, so he took a shovel and started trying to dig me out.
And
It's so cute.
Wow,
laid
what a
him
good
further
guy.
down with this.
He did. It was so cute.
What a good guy.
So cute. What a good
What a
guy.
good guy.
But-
What are you stoked? What's your woe, dude?
No, you
What's
did
my
that. What
woe,
got you
dude?
stoked?
What's got
What's
you
my
stoked?
woe, dude?
You did yours.
What is it?
It's nothing. What's your woe, dude, David?
My woe, dude, was how fast mortars go up into the sky and explode. Usually, you think they go really, really high up. They give you a good distance before they blow up. No,
Nope.
it goes straight like a second or two. Goes up,
Yep.
That's
and
that's
it's
scary.
Pretty scary.
That sounds pretty scary.
Also, that the embers don't automatically ignite hair when they land in your head. Not my hair, someone else's hair. But we were able to like swipe it off.
You got
There
some
you
good
go.
moisturized head right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my woe, dude.
Cool.
Dom, what's getting you stoked this week?
What got me stoked is probably having that family beach day. I really loved every second of it, even though there were some rough parts. But I mean, it made for a funner story, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt? What are you stoked with this week?
I got stoked this week because I got to golf with David on Monday, and we did this half hybrid best ball or our own ball. But we got paired up with like this older couple that was just super sweet, and like they were okay with us just being idiots and just trying to hit the ball.
I think they got over it really. So we went up there and like we got up to the tee and they were super friendly and they were really talkative and they're like, "Hey, I'm Scott. Hey, I'm Kim. What's up, guys?" Like blah blah blah. They hit their balls. They nail them. They send.
They were
them.
good.
Me and Matt go up
I whiff it the first shot, like
immediately, like to the right, and I go like straight and down. So it's like skidding against the ground.
and then they got really quiet.
As soon as we did that, they shut up and then drove.
They got really quiet, and then but they were fine. Like they were fine. Like we talked to them a lot during it. Like
Once we hit our fairway hits and we did a
warmed
good
up,
fairway hit, then they started talking to us.
yeah. So
What,
I mean,
so they didn't want to be your friend because you weren't good at golf?
because it was gonna make when
They were
you,
gonna get frustrated by us.
so when you get paired, when you always golf in a foursome. So David and I didn't have another two people to go with. So when we went, we got paired with them. So there was 4 people to a hole at a time. So they could only go as fast as we were willing to play. So when they saw us hit the first time, they were gonna go, "Oh wow, it's gonna take them 6 strokes to get to the green to put it in."
They're gonna take 5 hours, 6 hours to play this game.
But we were we were right there with them the whole time.
Yeah.
Like we all got on the green at about the same stroke, and then we would fuck up our putts from there. But no, I mean, it was just a good time. Like one thing I will say that's always been cool is like David and I, ever since college, have always bonded over an activity. Yep. So whether that's music, whether that's racquetball for the longest time, tennis, you know what I mean? We've always gone to do something. And as we've gotten older, it's become less active, which I really appreciate. So it's just cool to have that same thing going on. So that got me stoked.
That's
I'm
cool.
always down for more racquetball, but golf is a nice alternative.
Yeah,
It's
golf's
just
fun.
more
That
expensive.
is so cool you had that with somebody. That is so cool. I love that.
Motherfucker, I tried to watch
David,
a movie
what got
with
you stoked this week?
What got me stoked was seeing your face, Dalton, today.
Oh my God, David, stop.
Seeing one
Really?
of my best friend's face.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, you heard it here first. Put this in the history books.
No, it's a really good weekend. I got stoked on this entire weekend. Got to hang out with, I got to see you today. I got to see them and have good Korean barbecue outside for the first time, except for that bulgogi. Bulgogi
It was weird.
Really?
It was weird.
Yeah, it
bulgogi.
was.
I've never heard that
it
about
was like
bulgogi.
more citrusy than it was dark. It
Yeah.
should have been
Oh.
The
redder.
marinade was weird.
But then like
Interesting.
Saturday got to hang out with my wife family. Sunday got to hang out with both sides of the family and got to like get some good conversations in.
That's cool.
And just really the stuff that Matt has been doing this whole time, like we're getting to do now, where you sit down, not with just the people your own age, and then you have like full conversations with people. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome, dude. I love it.
All right, if you made it this far into the podcast, thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a 5-star rating and a review wherever you are listening to this podcast. And if you're here on YouTube staring at our beautiful faces, thank you for your eyes. We really do appreciate it. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button down here, the bell notification icon in the corner. And until next week, everybody stays safe. Until then, I'm Drumm.
And I'm Drummer.
We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye.
Did we do your stokes?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did mine before everyone else.